we feel that, you have two methods of business in at least two in our world is, you get in bed with a DRP or you get in bed with a customer essentially. And you're satisfying what the DRP wants you to do, or you're satisfying the customer. And at the end of the day, we've chosen to do that customer model where the customer is the most important thing to us. I don't care what an insurance carrier says, oh, you need to get the car out this way or this day. That's not the method that we've taken at all.
Good point.
And from a organization perspective, we've always been that way, and that's also in our core. And the DRP program is nearing, in my opinion, nearing the end. There's too much to deal with on the repair side of things, that there are large. Trying to think of the word here. There are large consolidators that are coming in, and they're on all of these programs. And eventually, what's going to happen is they've gobbled up enough shops, and
like the MSOs and the consolidators. They're most of them end up having agreements with these insurance companies,
but
right?
What people don't realize is that once they gobble up enough shops, they're going to stop the agreements.
Okay.
And then at that point, basically, they are in control, because now basically if this insurance company A has an agreement with body shop A, B, and C, and they have 5,000 shops across the country, and they come off the program and they lost their biggest, the carrier lost their biggest DRP shop or program, and the shop says, that program's done. Who's going to be in more control here? This national MSO or this national insurance carrier? It seems like what we see is the shop is going to be in control at that point. That's what we kind of hope will happen. When that will happen, I don't know, and how it will, but that's the feeling of a few people in the industry is the route is going to go, and the DRP programs are eventually going to die off just from a lack of available shops.
Okay, so as a challenge to V&J, you see this as something that's going to die of its own volition.
Eventually, yeah. I don't think it's something that we have no control over it. I can't, control who goes on in the area, who doesn't go on. I can control that I'm servicing my customers and making sure that they're happy and trying to bring more people in my door by serving those customers and, knocking on more doors and, making more happy customers. But I have no control over the DRP.
But what about, and folks, just so you remember, the DRP, it stands for direct repair or insurance sponsored shop, right? You've heard me talk about that quite a bit here. All right. It's the humble opinion of Crash Course that it is a very destructive program, and it serves no good interest for the consumer.